is because I'm still learning how to use this camera. So things that are different right now, I am not in my room. That is because my room is such a mess right now. I can't fit this tripod in there. Also, I got a haircut. You can't really tell, but it seems so short to me. There's really no other way to explain this video except...
So as I was editing this, I realized I never actually finished my sentence, and I meant there's no other way to title this except traumatic pig experiences.
For those of you that don't know me, I raise and breed pigs. So I have pigs since they're babies, and I raise them and I take them to the fair, and then I either sell them or I keep them to breed. Now, this first one happened my very first year of 4-H. For those of you that don't know what 4-H is, Google it. If you've never been to a pig show, basically what it is there is like this pen of pigs, and behind it there's smaller pens, and the judge will like point at you and put you in a pen, and then he'll talk about the pigs, and then you go as you're talked about. So I had been penned, and I think I was like 8 or 9, so I was closer to the back. And this pig had a history of jumping out of the pen at our house because we'd be in school, and all of a sudden we'd get a call, and it'd be like,
"Hey, your pig's out."
Since it was my first year, I think I was 9. So I was still pretty young. I was in the pen, I was spraying down my pig, I was trying to keep her cool, and all of a sudden I get a bloody nose. And the judge is talking about one of the top 3 placed. So he's done judging and talking about them. And I kind of freak out. I'm like, oh my gosh, my nose is bleeding. And so I turn to one of the gate holders, and she is like,
"Oh, it's fine. You can clean up when you get back."
I think this was my last show of the day. So I'm like, okay. So I kind of calm down, and I'm just like trying to hold in the blood, you know, but obviously I can't really. And then my pig decides she doesn't want to be in that pen anymore, and she just jumps over the pen, and I go, "Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my Lord."
Like, oh my gosh, what do I do? My pig is out of the pen. Ah!
The lady's like,
You know what? Just go.
she opens up the pen, and me and my pig go back. And the rest of the shows went fine. This second one is very, very traumatizing. It was either the fall of 2014 or spring of 2015. I don't remember exactly because we have fall pigs and spring pigs, but whatever the case, my dad calls me. It's the last period of the day, and I don't remember if he calls me or texts me, but he checked me out of school, and I had to come home, and he's like, "Your pig is giving birth." I'm like, "Oh, cool, but you never pulled me out of school for a pig giving birth. What's going on?" And he's like,
"Oh, I have a meeting. You have to do it."
and I'm like,
"Oh."
So I have been there when pigs give birth, and I've held pigs after birth, but I've never had to like help a pig give birth, because as in sometimes when they struggle, you have to pull them out, and after they give birth, you have to clean off the pig and all that stuff, you know. I had never done that, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm sitting there, I get a bucket, and I sit, and her butt is like, so we have the pen, and then her butt's like where the gate is open. And so I'm sitting there, I'm looking through my phone, texting my friends, you know, all that stuff. And all of a sudden she starts to push. I'm like, okay, I got this. I just gotta pick up the pig after it's born, wipe it off, put it back in the pen, everything's good. Or so I thought. When the pig is partway out, she stops. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's just like taking a break and then she'll finish. But she doesn't. And so I'm like, okay, gotta pull this pig. I'm still pretty calm at this point. So I go and I start to pull it, and it feels like it's just gonna rip in half. And so I stop and I start crying because I am so freaked out. And so I call my dad, and I felt bad, but I'm like, "Dad, probably wasn't making a ton of sense. And he goes,
pull the pig.
and I'm like,
It's gonna rip in half. I just can't.
he's like,
You can. These pigs can take a lot. Just pull it.
it's like, okay, I'll call you back if I need you. Okay, and then I hang up. So I pull this pig and I just grab it and I pull it out. And the pig was partially deformed. Obvious, it was born dead. And it was kind of like, it had a yellow tint to it, and normally when we have pigs born dead, we put them in a bag, but I didn't have the heart to do that. So I wrapped it in a towel and I held it. I held it until my grandma got home. I let her do like that. So I hope my traumatizing things gave you guys some entertainment. If you want more story times, make sure to thumbs this up and comment below. I have a lot of stories I can tell you, but only if you guys enjoy them. Follow my social media links, they will be linked below. I'm doing a Q&A on Twitter. I know I have been doing that for a while, but I just can't seem to get many questions, so make sure you do that. And love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow.